Homebrew Wednesday, folks. Ryan Patrick Murphy here drinking a little homebrew. And tonight we're going to talk about Dead Ringer and Two Hearted Ale. This is the Dead Ringer. I know, haven't taken a drink yet, but I wanted to be sure to pour up some Bell's Two Hearted Ale, which is supposed to be a clone of. I'm certain I have done a tasting video of this beer probably in the past. Maybe not, but this will be less about the tasting of the beer and my critique of this beer, and more about how does it compare with the clone. Now, a little disclosure. I don't think I brewed the clone as well as I did the last time. So we'll just kind of go over some things that are obvious and maybe not so obvious. Alright, so let's look at color a little bit. Color looks pretty much the same. You'd almost think it was the same beer. Alright, let's check that out. Maybe the Dead Ringer slightly darker? I don't know. Anyway, let's give this a shot. Just a lot of bitterness on this. Not much coming out of this beer. I'm not really sure what's wrong. Last time I brewed Dead Ringer, I did use the grain father, so it was all grain as well as this one is. And I know it tasted better, but this one just doesn't really have a lot of flavor to it. This is still fairly fresh. It's only in the keg a couple weeks, and I'm kind of wondering if it isn't because I had sucked too much hops into the keg for the fermenter. Alright, the Two Hearted Ale. Oh man, that is a lot better beer. You can like taste it on the sides of your tongue. Just this kind of, I don't know how to explain this. It is floral. It's floral. For some reason, the first time I ever had this beer, I thought it was more like had fruitiness to it and Centennial, but I just thought it was fruitier, and it's not really, but it is floral. Interesting. Crazy how this changes. This beer was the Two Hearted Ale was packaged on May 30th, 2019, so it's fairly fresh. It's only a couple weeks old. 3 weeks old now. Just over 3 weeks, so it's still a fairly fresh beer. Yeah, the Dead Ringer is not all that close. You kind of get some of those notes, and maybe I'm tasting because I just had the Two Hearted, but they're not totally there. And you know, and it could just be maybe my Centennial hops weren't as strong as Bell's too. I don't think there's anything like blaringly wrong with the beer. It just doesn't totally taste the same. But also, it could just, you know, the recipe isn't dead on anyway. It may not be right on. So, the Dead Ringer is a Northern Brewer recipe. I believe they were going to call it Three Hearted Ale clone, and then Bell's told them to stop it. So, I came up with Dead Ringer. Alright, so, on to the next part of our video. Excuse me. I had a comment a couple weeks ago, and I meant to bring it up this time, or last week, and then kind of forgot. So I'm bringing it up today. Our buddy Brett's Brewery again had a good question, and his comment was, hat on, jacket off. You might remember a couple weeks ago I was wearing my big hat. Give me some looks good, Ryan. I thought you had the Mark's carboy washer. Cheers! Happy Homebrew Wednesday. Well, yes I do. And for a while, I did try to use it to clean out my carboys. However, I never could quite get my carboys clean enough. You know, if maybe there was water pressure or something that would come out of the side of the carboy washer to hit that Krausen line, maybe it would work better. But usually I can get like the big gunk off. But a lot of times there's still some film left over around that Krausen line or towards the top of the bottle or carboy. So I have the drill attachment for cleaning carboys. It works very well, and it's almost faster than dealing with the keg washer. The keg washer, you gotta put something like PBW or OxyClean and fill it up with water, run it through for 15 minutes, empty it, rinse it off, put clean water in there, run that through for a little bit to get all that cleaner off the inside, and you might not even get everything cleared off. While with the brush drill attachment, I can put maybe a gallon or two of water and PBW or OxyClean and turn on the drill and, you know, just make sure I hit it, all the pieces of it. And the spots I might not get, I could actually just use a regular carboy brush. So, yes, I still have the keg washer, and I do use it to clean my kegs. It is probably the best way to clean the keg because it's definitely the easiest. But for my carboys, I'm finding that the carboy brush for my drill works best. So, thank you for your comment, Brett. Cheers, buddy. Hold on. I better cheers you with some homebrew. Cheers. Also, the Gimme Some Mo is definitely great beer. So, one thing I'm trying to work on is figuring out how to get better temperature control in the summer, or any temperature control. Now, I do have a freezer in my garage that I've had a temperature controller hooked up to. However, you know, with having kids and all that, it's kind of gotten buried under a bunch of junk that we probably just need to clean up throughout the junk, but it's just not in the cards for me right now. So, I have made a small purchase. I bought a cool brew. It's kind of a cooler bag sort of thing, where the fermenter goes inside, and you can put like ice packs or, you know, frozen bottles, 2-liter bottles of water in there, and you can just zip it all up. It's supposed to help cool things down, or help keep them cool in warm weather. Well, not warm weather, you know, a warm house. I don't have a basement on my house, so I can't leave things down there where it would probably be the perfect temperature. So I'm going to try one of these cooler bags out. I just ordered it today, so I think it'll be here Thursday, so it could make it in next week's video. I will be brewing on Friday. I'm going to be brewing the Spotted Cow clone from New Glarus called Speckled Heifer. I've brewed it before, nothing exciting. Probably won't record a lot of footage of it. You guys have seen me brew many times, but I will put it in the cool brew. Also, I'll be using the tilt for the first time, the tilt hydrometer. I don't remember if I showed this. I think I might have even forgotten that. Let's see. So, funny story. Tilt hydrometer here. I was going to use it in my last brew, the What's Up Brah Brown Ale, which is the IBM's latest collaboration beer. Brewed it on Sunday. Excellent brew day, except one minor problem. I went to use my tilt hydrometer. There's a little bit of a problem. Now, I'm sure the tilt itself would have worked great, except this plastic capsule with all the neat little gadgetry inside doesn't fit in the neck of my glass carboy. So, I didn't get to use it. I had it all sanitized and ready to go, but it didn't fit. a little bummed out. Friday, when I brew again, I'll probably use my Spiedel fermenter. Spiedel. My big barrel-looking fermenter. This will definitely fit in there. So it'll be exciting to see that work. I already have my Raspberry Pi computer set up. If you're not familiar with what that is, it's a little $35 computer that, actually I'll just unplug it because it can reboot. A little $35 computer, runs off an SD card. It's a nice little machine, but it has a little web application on it that will connect to the tilt. You can use your own cell phone or tablet, and download the tilt app to those to get data from your tilt, but I wanted something that was always on. I was always able to connect to it, so it could upload data to Google. So anyway, I was set and ready to go, but didn't get to use it. So hopefully Friday, everything goes well. I don't forget to put it in there. This hydrometer not only shows gravity, but also shows temperature. I'm going to try to get it calibrated as well a little bit, so that way it will show an accurate gravity reading. Anyway, folks, that's all I got for you this week. Cheers, 17. We'll catch you next time. I'm out.